Today I'm joined by Kenzie Doyle from the UMass Lowell Track and Field program. Kenzie will be competing in the 5,000 meters at this week's NCAA Track and Field Championships. Kenzie, thanks for joining me today. You got your qualifying time back in December. Was it, and it was one of the best in the nation at the time. What's it been like the last month or so, knowing you had that time and you felt pretty good about it, but always, maybe we have, a rush of people that have these huge times and it bumps you out somehow. So what was it like when you finally saw, I'm going to be there competing?
Yeah, it was definitely a great feeling once I was officially into the meet. But yeah, when I first put that mark down, I was like sure that it would be in. Thankfully, it was. But yeah, the last month or so, there's been a lot of people who've run really fast. And I looked it over and I was like, I know there are a few people who definitely can run faster than me, but I was kind of surprised at how fast the times were that you had to run to make it into the meet. So I think last year, the last time was 15:43 and this year was 15:33. So yeah, I kind of was kind of close there with 15:27, but thankfully I'm in for the meet.
How has the training been and how are you feeling going into this week's race?
I'm super confident going into this. I know that I'm a good racer. My training has been going very well. I had a little bit of a hiccup in my training a couple weeks ago, but after racing conference and still doing well after, I think I went a week without working out before conference. So it was nice to just have that validation that at conference, everything was still going well for me. And so I'm super confident going into this Friday.
You mentioned conference. Obviously, you didn't have any personal best there, but three individual golds, racing in three tough races. What is that? And how has that mindset helped you in just the ability and the continued practice to compete? Because you got to race the people, you got to race the race. And that's a lot of track to run in over, 48 hours.
Yeah, and the times were not slow either. Megan Randall definitely did all the work out there, and I respect her for that. That was amazing. My teammate MK Finn did amazing as well, and just racing them, and after crossing the line and seeing the time and just how I felt aerobically gives me a lot of confidence going into Friday. So yeah, after racing those three races, it definitely boosted my confidence, especially in the mile as well. I didn't think that I had that effort in me to do that solo.
Nice. What's it like being able to compete at the track at New Balance, somewhere you ran for the conference championship, you ran earlier in the season, some familiarity there. What's that like for you?
I think it's a big advantage for me. It's really nice having that close by, and it's also just so special for like it being near home because all my family will be out there. But yeah, I think it's a big advantage for me just being able to follow my same routine and compete at nationals only a half hour away from here.
Finally, what are your goals for this race?
I definitely want first team All American. That was a goal that I set for myself after NCAA's outdoor. So from here forward, everything I just want to be first team All American. I have some big goals after this race too for the 10K, but for now, just trying to focus on this race and just try to do the best that I can. And I know that anything can happen.
Last weekend we saw El Perrier St. Pierre and Emily Mackay, who you competed against in college, have phenomenal races, win medals at the World Championships. One, did you get a chance to follow that at all? And two, if so, what was that like getting to see, former America East standouts competing on that world stage and succeeding?
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, I watched their like interviews over and over. Emily Mackay has specifically been a huge inspiration to me. I just feel like I'm having like a similar journey to what she had in her last years at Binghamton. And yeah, it just gives me a lot of confidence that maybe I can one day get to that level and I can like follow their footsteps.
Where champions rise.